Welcome back to the lovely lads. We got Rich Voss on the phone, American comedian. Rich, how are you?
Great. It's great to talk to you guys. And when you go or say we have Rich Voss on the phone, people are going, "Oh, who is he?" Well, let's break that down. How's things going in Ireland?
It's grand. It's grand. We're same as ever, really. But you've worked around these parts, Rich, before, haven't you?
No, I'll tell you, I worked Scotland, I worked Holland, I worked England, Hong Kong. I have to work in Ireland because I have to play golf there. So I don't know how I'm going to go about it or which way. I was trying to I was talking to my friend. He's a comic. You know Andrew Maxwell?
I do know Andrew Maxwell. Yeah,
and then he led me to one guy to try to get some work out there. I don't know. Somehow I'm going to end up in Ireland doing comedy and playing golf. That's all I have left in this business to look forward to.
Well, Rich, we have a few questions for you actually, because how long have you been doing comedy now?
Go ahead. Can you repeat that, please? Sorry.
How long have you been doing comedy, Rich?
28 years. 28 years.
And I wanted to ask you, how much does it take to sustain a career that long?
Well, one, passion, and I don't want to sound corny, but the thing is, last night I was on stage for an hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was probably like 100 people. And I sat on the stool, and it was, I was coming up with new stuff off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And it was very, very comfortable atmosphere. And the thing is, all the other crap around, it's like any business, all the politics and all the bull.
Yeah.
But when it breaks down to it, I love doing stand-up comedy. I love being up there. And I just, it fills the, that instant gratification. I'm not an actor, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Or a musician, the gratification they get.
Yeah.
Of being I got 25 years sober. I was a drug addict.
Yeah.
I was always a quick fix type of guy.
Yeah.
Instant gratification. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Feel good.
You want.
Now,
go ahead there, Rich.
What's that?
Go ahead there. Yep.
So comedy fulfills that instant gratification. Besides creating off stage or whatever, but when you're up there and you're in the moment, it's such a good feeling. At least for me. Now, to sustain a career that long, you just got to say, hey, am I progressing am I moving forward?
Yeah.
Or am I funnier this year than last year? Or do I know who I am on stage more this year? And it's like any business. You just if you don't see growth, then you're doing something wrong.
And Rich,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And do you think that because of your past and you've done this for so long, and do you think that people kind of let you go up there and kind of riff for longer because they think you've got kind of more life experience? Like for example, a new comedian, would they let him kind of give him the leverage to go up and do an hour off the top of his head?
No, because if they're new, most likely it would be horrible.
Yeah. Because he's got nothing to say, really.
What's that?
Because a new comedian, nothing really what he says matters that much.
No, there's new, clever. For me, this is for me.
Yeah.
Good comedy the comedy I like to see is comedy that comes from a comedian's from their heart, not from their head.
Yeah.
From your head, you can write some clever stuff that you can see a comic that's so real. Some of my, favorite comics from the States, like Patrice O'Neill, Colin Quinn.
Hey, Rich, we're all feeling for Patrice O'Neill, by the way. Reach us out here.
What's that?
We're all feeling for Patrice O'Neill. Reach us out here, man.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
He's
as a friend, too, but as a comic.
Yeah.
Colin, Jim Jeffries.
Yeah.
I like guys that are that are real or girls that are real.
Yeah.
So, like a new comic, I don't care how good a writer you are. And it depends how new you're talking, but you don't know your voice that early.
Yeah.
Or to me, listen to me, a person, I'm older, so I've experienced a lot more in life than a 23 or 24-year-old. Plus, to me, anybody under 25 shouldn't have an opinion to begin with because they don't know shit. If you're under 25 years old, you know what? You haven't really lived. You don't know how to, unless you guys are under 25.
Oh, no, we're young, but we agree with that. I mean, we just talk shit, like.
But you know what I mean. So,
yeah.
So it's like any business. If you can have somebody work on your house, would you rather have a 40-year-old man rebuild, do your kitchen over, or do you want a 22-year-old kid to do it?
Yeah.
You're going to go with the one with experience.
I want a cheap Mexican, but go on.
What's that?
Nothing. Rich, I was going to say as well, I mean, you're a regular on the Opie and Anthony show, which is on XM Satellite Radio. And what I like about those guys is, like, they're honest. There's no bullshit about them, like, and there seems to be a trend in Ireland now that there's such hacky, shitty radio that's so formulaic and sticks to the script, like. But do you think that's an American thing as well? Is there much of that over in the States?
Oh, yeah, there's so much horrible radio. Like, shit, I'll go do radio. I've been doing Opie and Anthony for 10 years. I mean, I'm friends with these guys. So it's like a family when you go in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it's, me, Norton, Bobby, or Colin, or when Patrice was coming in, or whatever. It's like hanging out. It's like hanging out. I'll go on the road, and everywhere I go, you get up, you do morning radio. In some places you go in, they'll go, give me a list of things you want to talk about, or they want to set me up for my stupid jokes.
Yeah.
Let's just ad-lib, have fun.
Yeah.
Give you a list.
Yeah.
So I hear you have a daughter.
Yeah.
Shut up, you stink.
Yeah, it's like when they say, "Hey, Rich, parenting is tough, right, Rich?" And they kind of give you the hint, like.
Yeah. No, it's not tough. It's an inconvenience. That's what it is. Okay. I don't like my kids, and I don't like them. That's what I tell them. I was doing morning TV. I don't know if you guys. I'm sure you do have like the morning TV there.
Oh.
With the horrible. It's like here we have. It's like an Asian lady,
right.
A light skin, black guy.
Oh, okay.
Real waspy.
Yeah.
Real waspy white guy.
Yeah, they have to cater to everyone.
Do they have that there? They have the stupid cook that whips up the morning.
Yeah, we have all that. Yeah.
The turkey omelet the week after, or whatever. It's just horrible. And I was doing one of them last week, and the guy had every bit of information wrong, and I kept calling him out on TV, and he had no idea. He didn't know how to ad-lib or get out of it.
Yeah.
So you won last comic standing. I go, no, I didn't. It's just it's horrible.
Rich,
do they have a lot of talk radio in Ireland?
They do, yeah, but see, a lot of it, I suppose, from what I'm hearing from you, is they've copied a lot of the hacky morning shows from the States and just completely copied them. I mean, you have the woman and the man, and, they have to, disagree, because that's what women and men do.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. It really is unbelievable. But Rich, I was going to say to you as well, because I've seen, a lot of you. I've seen a lot of your act on the internet and just around. And what I love about you is you just have this great ability to joke about race or touch on a racial topic, but at the same time let everybody in the crowd know that it's comedy, it's humor. And in the States, I mean, is there people who are they really that uptight racially when it comes to humor?
Yeah, sometimes it's a bit like, I remember working in Holland when I was in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And you do race stuff, and they don't get it because there's no racism, really.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe people don't like the Moroccans or whatever, but there's not too much race. Like here in the country, I can get away with it because I grew up in that environment, so they can tell. Like, especially when there's white people in the room, they're more uptight. Like it's just like say one black couple and white people, they get so uptight. But if the room has 20 or 15 or 10 black people laugh, they're the ones who aren't uptight. It's the liberal white people, guilt stricken. The ones that are uptight are the ones that are like I had a Negro friend in high school. Shut up. You would move out of your house if one moved on your block, all right? Because they're hypocrites. They're full of shit. So the uptightness comes from all the hypocrites.
Yeah.
I've done all, for years I did all black comedy clubs. That were, black comics were scared to go to them. But, it's not a big deal. It's where I grew up, and it was just humor.
Yeah.
But, and the difference with a black audience and a white audience, if a black audience loves you, they really love you. And this is in the States. You only have about 40 seconds to win them over. They can tell if you're funny within 40 seconds. And if you're not, well, you know what? It's going to be a horrible nightmare.
Yeah.
So there is so much political correctness. But that's not the audience I want to come see me. I work clubs and they'll go, well, a couple tables walked out. I'm going, good.
Yeah.
My wife's a comic. She has a great theory.
Yeah.
A great theory. That people go to comedy clubs and get offended. Well, tough shit. Here's the thing. There's the internet. There's a million ways. A million ways to see what venues to see on the internet what a comic does. You don't have to be surprised. All right. Do some research. You would never go into a music venue and sit in the front row and go, I hope it's jazz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you don't do research on who you're going to see and you get offended, well, tough.
Yeah, exactly.
Tough, I'm glad. Leave.
Yeah.
I had people go, And another thing with comedy too, people like in a comedy club will yell out, "You suck, or you stink," and and I go, that's your opinion. Good. I'm glad. You've been here for 30 minutes. Do you think I was going to turn it around? You think at some point it was going to go, you know what, maybe this guy will win me over at 45? Okay, I stink. Good. That's your opinion. Leave. But here's the thing. They'll yell up at a comedy club, but no one will ever go to a play and yell up to the actor or actress, show more emotion.
Yeah.
It's not believable.
Yeah.
It's only comics that have to deal with these disgruntled humans that are miserable, and they think, I'm going to change your life. I'm not doing it for you. I don't give a shit about you. I'm doing it for me. You don't like it, tough.
Yeah, and as well, as you're dead right, and as well, I mean, that's one of the things I love. I did love about Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn. It seemed like you guys were just, shooting the shit and like saying, telling humorous stuff, but it all seemed to be relevant to, as you said.
Well, first of all, Tough Crowd was my favorite. It was the best thing I've ever done in my career. It was my favorite show.
Loved it.
It was great. It was like, I live in Jersey. I live about 40 minutes from New York, so I drive 40 minutes to go do TV, get paid, and hang out with my friends, which I do for free at night. So it was great. But what will happen? Like, I don't know if you guys got the story over there about when Tracy Morgan,
the gay,
on stage.
Yeah, the gay thing. Yeah, we heard about that over here.
Okay, you can't, because as a writer or a blogger or as a reporter, you can't go into a comedy venue or comedy club and just take what piece you want out of it and write a story. It's just hack. You could, you're going to go in there, you don't know what he said 5 minutes before that or 5 minutes after that. You don't know how the audience was responding. You know what? So don't go in there and try to ruin. And he had to apologize for TV money. He did TV apology.
Yeah.
But you know what? And here's the thing. I'm not anti-gay. I'm not anti-anything, to tell you the truth. But if you're into gay rights and you're so, we want rights, which you should have, just like anybody else. Well, then you got to deal with the same consequences. You can't cry when someone's smashing you because you're in the front row, and whatever, and you're wearing a rainbow decal on your forehead, because if you want to be equal, then you got to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does this make sense?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I don't know. I think just people are too temperamental. Like I would love to do comedy in Ireland. I don't know. I mean, like my first wife was Irish. My wife now is Irish. I always go with the Irish girls because it's
You do well over here, Rich. You do well over here. We have a great crowd over here. Like we're known for our comedy anyway. Like so, you do well over here.
Yeah, I'm going to do some more research because I got to go to Ireland. Bonnie, would you go to Ireland if I wanted to? Yuck.
I thought you said she was Irish, Rich. The fuck?
What's that?
I thought you said she was Irish, like.
Yeah, she is. Her last name is McFarlane.
Oh well. And Rich, the only thing is, like, because you're sober now, like, so I'm not sure you'd have much business to do in Ireland, like.
Listen, your grandfather got kicked out of Ireland for political beliefs? Yeah. For real? Yeah. What did he believe? That black people should be president?
Well, everybody believes that here, Rich.
I can't hear you. What?
Rich, I'm not sure if we have much time left, but, thanks for coming on and thanks for doing the interview.
Hey, you know what? Thanks. You guys know, like, and I wish I was like there in studio because it's hard. You know how hard it is to do these over.
I do, yeah.
But obviously, you guys know what you're talking about or doing because one, you like Dopey Naturally, you like Tough Crowd, you like all the great comics. So obviously, you guys are way ahead of your time. I'm not just saying that because I'm involved.
Thanks very much, Rich.
Those, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Rich,
I stink.
but Rich, I gotta plug you a little bit. You have richvoss.com is the website, isn't it?
Yeah, and we have a movie coming out called Women Aren't Funny.
Okay.
And Jimmy Carr's in it. You know
Jimmy Carr, yeah.
God, is he funny?
Oh yeah, he's a funny man. Okay.
All right, well listen, good luck with everything, and if I come to Ireland, we gotta hook up.
Definitely, man, definitely.
All right, cool. Send me an email. I'll talk to you later.
All right, see you, Rich. Good luck.